Music is magic to me because of the emotions it provokes within. And my initial entry into music via that Oasis album was a young man. It was the swagger and the confidence that came. As time's gone on, music kind of is there for you in vulnerable moments, it's there for you in happy moments, and it becomes something that complements and enhances experiences of your life. I think I remember hearing The Invisible Man by Queen when I was a young boy, and I remember becoming really obsessed with Brian May guitar solos, and I think I had a Sony Walkman, funny enough, and kind of just fell in love with sound, I think, from there. I was a bass player in a band, and we would tour in the UK, and we did some nice shows, but I had ideas that were wider than what I could play on an instrument, and the studio allowed me to kind of execute those ideas, so I think that's where I started to feel that my place was more of a recording producer necessarily than a musician. And I was lucky to be part of some great projects with some amazing bands, including the Arctic Monkeys, the Wombats, Rudimental. And then I moved to Sydney 6 years ago, fell in love with the city, set up a small independent record label, which has been a real kind of passion of mine to identify and support emerging artists in Australia. Well, I've always been a really huge fan of the Sony C800 microphone. It's just got an incredibly modern response. It's super in your face, super bright. So when Sony reached out and told me about the C80, I was obviously really keen to hear it. I've been really impressed. It's a microphone that is going to be, unlike the C800, a lot more attainable for consumers in terms of its price point, but it really delivers a sound that is of pro quality. If somebody's using it at home, it's going to deliver an output that would be something you could keep for a record, and I think for me that's what defines pro gear. We're at a magic time now in music production where the technology and the converters in the interfaces have got to a point where you can have something on your laptop and work remotely and capture something that is of release level. But you could feel confident that if you was to record and capture magic in that's hard to replicate, you can mix that and go to market and you'd be in a great spot. I've been using the Sony MDR M1 headphones for the last kind of couple of months, and it's been really good. I particularly use them on vocals. A good sounding pair of headphones is going to really aid inspiration for the artist, and it's going to give them those first moments of emotional reaction and response to the music, even in its unmixed, unfinished stage. A good pair of headphones is going to be more compelling for an artist to perform to, and therefore you're going to get something more exciting as a result. Well, the MDR MV1 is a nice contrast to the closed backs in that if I want to check something in the mix, particularly if I'm putting reverbs and effects onto vocals, just the open back sound stage is just that little bit more natural, so I can hear how the stereo effects are moving around the mix, and they do a really good job of kind of representing that in the song. I feel like the passion for my work gets stronger. It's a beautiful industry to work in that you're constantly learning and you're constantly refining, and I'm constantly self-critical, and I like hearing the development of ideas and work over years, and that's certainly aided by new technology coming along, new microphones, new headphones, new software. So things are always evolving, but so do your techniques, and so does the genre, and musicians evolve. New generations bring new ideas, new tastes, so it's an ever-moving kind of art form. As your skill set and your sound palettes grow, I feel like the passion just grows with it because your canvas just gets bigger, effectively.